On Close Up today, we're giving you a look at a Winthrop student's experience with the Boston bombing.
And updating you on the tension in North Korea. Department of Victim Assistance shows Winthrop students how to stop violence.
One woman tells a remarkable story about surviving the Holocaust and staying positive through it all.
Take one. See what the Video Production Club does on the other side of the lens.
From the Department of Mass Communication at Winthrop University, you're watching Winthrop Close Up.
Hey guys, I'm Brianna Robinson.
And I'm Zoe Irizarry. Winthrop Close Up's going to jump straight into world news. Bombs went off during the Boston Marathon just as runners crossed the finish line. Winthrop student Malin Olson found out on Monday, April 15th about the bombings on Twitter. She immediately turned on the news for more information. Olson's father works on the same street as the explosions, and two of her physical therapists were participating in the race.
I was in shock. I was like, is this real? And I felt a lot of emotion, and then they said they shut down all the phone lines and the cell phone lines and the cell service, so I couldn't get a hold of my dad, and that's when I started to cry hysterically, and it became like a really emotional experience and really hit home.
Olson's father turned out to be okay, but one of her physical therapists suffered burns. Authorities are still investigating who's behind the cause of the incident.
As if the United States isn't under enough pressure, North Korea has been showing off its military power lately. Now, a saber rattle is an idiom used to describe a country that uses threatening behavior to show off its military power. North Korea has long been using threats, and the latest one revolves around their new supreme leader, Kim Jong-un, threatening a preemptive nuclear attack against the U.S. in response to the U.S. conducting military exercises in South Korea.
What we define saber rattling as. In other words, he's definitely saber rattling, but that doesn't mean he's going to attack the United States because he's not equipped to do so. He may attack our ally, but saber rattling is as much for granting concessions, and that's what he's trying to do, get concessions. And it's highly unlikely that he's going to do anything more than that. The problem is whether you might have an accidental war.
Now, those concessions in the past have granted North Korea food aid in exchange for suspending its nuclear testing. Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un is the world's youngest head of state and has been believed to be trying to show off his military power. Not knowing what North Korea's intentions are makes for a stressful situation, but hopefully this rattle is only noise.
Now we have some local news for you guys. Winthrop has voted for the new CSL Dynamic Duo, and they're ready to turn ideas into reality. Reporter Stephanie Harris has more.
CSL President and Vice President-elect are preparing to assume their new roles as campus leaders. During their campaign, Aubrey and Dees promoted their platform, which includes creating more transparency between CSL and its student body, and creating a better atmosphere for the Winthrop athletic program. But they feel their biggest challenge will be communicating with new Winthrop President, Dr. Jane Comstock.
We need to ensure that she knows what's going on for the students and that we understand what's going on at the management level of this university. We need to make sure that we meet with her on a quarterly, if not monthly basis.
Aubrey and Dees have big plans for Winthrop and its student body, but the best part about their plans is the passion behind them.
I'm really excited about moving the council forward. We've made a lot of large strides in the past 2 years that I've been involved in the Council of Student Leaders, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement, and Chris and I are going to work really hard to make sure that that happens.
Dees and Aubrey strongly urge the student body to become involved in the Council of Student Leaders. It's not only the leaders' voices that need to be heard, but the students' voices as well. I'm Stephanie Harris reporting for Winthrop Close Up.
Winthrop Close Up will keep you updated on the new president and vice president in the upcoming school year.
Things got a little rowdy here at Winthrop recently with an event that brought out all of our inner cowgirls and cowboys. The annual Eagle Fest's theme this year was Wild Wild West, and it brought out the Western hats and bandanas. Students and faculty came together with free food, games, and organizations such as the Student Alumni Council, DSU, and Greek Life came together to help students relax before final exams.
And about this time, everyone's stressing out, but it feels good to go somewhere and get some free food, free shirts, get to interact with people freely.
Eagle Fest had events for everyone: inflatables, a three-legged race, sack race, a mechanical bull, and even a cow milking contest. Faculty and staff members served hot dogs and chips to the students that attended. The students were encouraged to play different events and earned 5 tickets to win an Eagle Fest 2013 t-shirt. If you have any pictures from the Eagle Fest, tag your photos on Facebook with the Eagle Fest 2013 page.
The Holocaust may have happened many years ago, but for survivors, it's forever on their mind. I met with a woman who survived the unimaginable event. Solichenkin was only 6 months old when Nazis took over Lithuania in 1940. When she was 3, her parents were told to get her out. Her family was forced to separate, but when the war was over, they had all survived and they were all reunited.
I was very, very lucky that my parents were true survivors. And when I say true survivors, I mean they didn't only survive physically. I mean they were warped in many ways, but nobody ever got to their soul. They were able to love, to have compassion, and to trust. That was never taken away from them.
She's talked with other survivors, and many of their stories don't end as happily as hers, yet they still remained good people.
I'm very proud of my people because people suffered so much and they came out of it and they didn't go looting and vandalizing, destroying, burning.
Chankin said Hitler was a bully, and if we stand up to bullies, the world will be a better place.
Each and every one of us can make a difference with one little gesture. And that, you know, when you see people being put down or disrespected or whatever, if you can stand up to that person, at least go and stand by the person who's being victimized. Because a victim who has a friend is not a victim anymore.
If you want to learn more about the Holocaust, an English class offered in the fall focuses on this subject. Now we're going to take a quick break, so stay with us.